Hello, my friends. Today's video is going to be pointing out a contradiction in the Flame Reaver, or at this point, Phainon's actions, since everyone just conflates the two anyway. What I'm going to be doing more specifically is pointing out the biggest piece of evidence we got in 3.3 as to why the Flame Reaver may not be Phainon at all. Or if he is, then something weird is going on here. Now, I realize this conclusion is a long shot, fucking apparently, but it's the only explanation that makes sense of the central paradox. If the Flame Reaver really is some future version of Phainon, and he somehow has knowledge of the present Chrysos heirs, as evidenced by his precision strike on Mydei's weak spot not once but twice, a vulnerability only Phainon knew, then answer me this. Why did the Flame Reaver waste so much time hunting down Kefali's core flame on Cipher when Phainon later discovered that Cipher never had it because it was with Trinnon all along? Either we're missing a giant piece of the puzzle, or the puzzle was never meant to fit in that way in the first place. But before we start the video, Bill, are you looking for a cheaper way to top up your Honkai Star Rail account? Well, LD Shop can help with that. What's LD Shop, you may be wondering? LD Shop is a safe and reliable game top-up site that services games such as Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero. How do we know it's safe? Could it be the 20,000 positive reviews? Maybe, but you can't believe everything you see on the internet. So the only good way to be certain is to test it out. And given I made the claim, the burden of proof is on me. So let's buy something. I want to buy a skin in Zenless, so let's buy a monthly. All you gotta do is go to the website, select your game, select your pack, and as we can already see, the reason to use LD Shop is the discounted price. So the monthly that's usually $5 is $4 here. Entered my user ID, payment info, and not but a nanosecond later, it hit my account. Wow, what an innovative process. What's more, right now, if you register using my link, you'll get a 15% off and a 5% off coupon up to $50 in savings. Just check the link in the description box or pinned comment to start saving. Plus, there's a special deal going on right now. Spend over $80 in a month and get a free supply pass. So, run along, have fun. Welcome to another episode of What the Fuck is Going On in my Twitter DMs. So far, we've had gay homoerotic drawings of Greek deities, death threats from Albedo, racism with just no punchline, pictures of Nibirius, but now the DM I just received might top all the others combined. But I'm not going to be the one presenting it. No, this time I'll let the murderer of birds, wonder what's the lore behind that name, my brother Arnold, take it away. Some context, obviously I'm big on Celestia, and Arnold is, I mean, you guys know Arnold's another Hoyo creator, big on the Fatui, really big. I mean, this guy had the captain say happy birthday to him.
No hero should have to wander alone. And you don't, Arnold.
Now, I know some of you are probably shocked to hear that Arnold and I, despite the earth-shattering, life-defining conflict of which gacha characters we support, are actually friends. Miraculous, I know, but that's my nigga dog. Now, with that said, this isn't, apparent to everyone, and so this is where the story begins.
Wait, sorry, not Shiori, Clorand.
And here we go.
Yo! Yo, what up, Doeet? Hold on. DMs, I beg. Hold on.
A few moments later.
Oh my. Bro, someone's tattling on me that I'm a Rhine daughter simp. Somebody DM'd them and basically is going to them and like snitching that basically reporting back to Doeet that I'm a Rhine daughter simp. And I'm like, what is happening here? Dear Mr. Doeet, I'd like to know your reason for following someone who glazes Rhine daughter, who contributed to the events that almost killed all of Dave. Bro, this is crazy. It's okay if you don't know that Arnold is a Rhine daughter glazer. Important, if Arnold has at least defended the primordial one in some way, then you shall proceed to stay mutual with Arnold as long as he doesn't attack our Lord, a progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars, aka the primordial one. Bro, go outside, please. I beg of you.
Ah, good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, this intro has gone on for way too long, and some people aren't aware of chapters. So, the Flame Reaver, my friends, is he Phainon? A popular belief amongst the player base is that Phainon is the Flame Reaver of the future. A point people use to further this claim is Mydei. You see, the undying Mydei has an Achilles heel. It's his back and his 10th vertebrae.
Remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot. And the only way to kill me.
You have my word.
The reason this scene is so significant is that so far as we can tell, Phainon is the only person he's ever told this to, which means Phainon is the only one in all of Amphoreus who knows how to kill Mydei. It's notable then that when the Flame Reaver and Mydei fought, the Flame Reaver targeted his back. Now, if the current thinking is true and the Flame Reaver is a future, more mature version of Phainon, then this scene makes complete sense. He knows Mydei's weak spot and is going for it to put the rabid dog down, and later, he successfully kills Mydei by stabbing him in his back. Going for the back once may have been a coincidence, but going for it twice, that's a strategy. Now, what's more, listen to Mydei's last words. It sounds like he's about to say, "How did you know?" Now again, this all makes sense if the Flame Reaver is a future version of Phainon who's already learned Mydei's weakness in the past, but if this Flame Reaver had a Mydei, then he had a Cipher, and if he had a Cipher, how is it possible he fell for her tricks when they were already revealed to him by Trinnon and Zagreus? Now, the Flame Reaver's interactions with Cipher managed to reveal both incredible knowledge and none at all. What do I mean? Well, the lack of knowledge obviously stems from the fact that the Flame Reaver truly thought Cipher had Kefali's core flame. She never did, and if he really was a future version of Phainon, he should have known this the entire time. Now, where the incredible knowledge bit comes from is look at how the Flame Reaver interacts with Cipher. He chooses not to fight her a single time, not even laying a hand on her. Rather, he just wants to get the core flame and be gone. Now, this is in stark contrast to someone like a Naxa who he just kept bitch slapping up and down Amphoreus till he got his core flame. It wasn't until Cipher herself decided to fight the Flame Reaver that he finally fought back, killing her. Now, could there be a reason for this? A reason the Flame Reaver or Phainon was so hesitant to fight Cipher, not wanting to kill Cipher, as her death might just lead to something extraordinary.
Lord Tolos, Snowy still doesn't know the truth behind Akuma's eternal daylight.
You're right. Woman, you'd better strap that girl Cipher spun a grand lie that deceived all of Amphoreus.
So for the last 1,000 years, what maintained Akuma's eternal daylight was not Kefali's miracle, but Cipher's lie, woven using the divine authority of trickery. But now, the lie has come undone. Which means...
Well, you didn't guess wrong. Cipher has already passed, and all her lies have scattered to the winds like ash.
Dawn has arrived. Now what's interesting is later, the Flame Reaver would remark that this was simply destiny.
Dusk has descended as ordained.
Now maybe I'm reading into this too much, and the Flame Reaver didn't know that Cipher's death would result in the Dawn device ceasing operations, but why? If the Flame Reaver is a future version of Phainon, he should have known that this was the end result. If the Flame Reaver is a future version of Phainon, he should have known Kefali's core flame was never with Cipher. But if the Flame Reaver is not a future version of Phainon, then why did he target Mydei's back on 2 separate occasions, indicating he knows his weakness told only to Phainon? And this, my friends, is the paradox. Now, do I think this will get addressed? Probably not. I mean, let's not forget Firefly was traveling with someone named Mecha in Penacony. Given Firefly and Sam are one and the same, it begs the question, who's this Mecha she called out to moments before her death?
Based on these fragmented pieces of information, it seems Firefly's companion betrayed her halfway. and trapped her alone in this room.
And they never revealed who the fuck that was or what this interaction was, so, you know.